Hello, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Heather here. It is Create a Lifetime of Happiness time. Video number 24 of 30. I'm so excited. I took yesterday off, needed to do some decluttering around my house. So I am back from the weekend. I hope everybody had a great weekend and are going full steam into the week and enjoying it so far. In this series, I am talking about how to create that positive mindset for ourselves so that we can have healthy relationships once and for all with everybody that we have in our life, our family, our spouses, coworkers, friends, and more importantly, healthy relationship with ourselves, with our own body, with our own mind, so that we can connect to our true heart and soul. So that is what this series is about. So if you're ready to love yourself in your life, no matter what, this might be for you. And I always start off with a quote. And before I do, if you are joining or watching the replay, please like or comment the video so I know you're here with me. And today's quote is, "Even after all this time, the sun never says to earth, 'You owe me.' Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky." I'm going to say that one to you guys again. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, 'You owe me.' Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the entire sky. I love this because this is really big belief that I had to overcome on my own journey to loving myself and really knowing myself, is being able to give love not only to myself but to other people without feeling entitled to something in return. I always had, based through society and culture and my family, there was just like this stigma around it. Like if you did something nice for somebody and they didn't do something nice back for you, then it built this resentment of like, oh, I'm bending over backwards for people. I'm doing all this stuff and nobody cares about me. Like they're not giving anything for me. They're not doing anything for me. Poor me. That is really the mentality that I grew up around. And that's what I had to like learn, that, oh, when you are giving love, like you can't expect something in return. Because if that's why you're giving it, then what's the point? Who's it serving then? Is it just to validate you, validate who you are, make you feel like you're something to someone? Or are you truly, genuinely giving someone love, showing them kindness, showing them support, and being there for them because you truly want to? And if you truly don't want to, then step past that and find out what you truly do want to be providing for others in a way that's going to feel good to you and not build resentment. Because if you're doing acts of kindness and it's only building resentment for you, we might need to recheck what's going on inside. And that really goes well into what I'm talking about today. And in this video number 24 of Create a Lifetime of Happiness, I am discussing our inner versus outer game. So what do you guys think about that quote that I just shared of, even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. So I discussed, like how that affected me growing up and where I had to really move towards that way of thinking. And I wonder, did you guys grow up with anything similar? How was it received in your family or the society or culture you grew up in? If somebody did something nice for someone or hosted stuff for somebody, did they expect something in return, or were they just giving that out of pure joy and love and happiness? Because once you are able to get to that point, like he said, it lights up the whole sky. And that's where it lights up yourself, that puts that light in those broken pieces and makes you feel whole and fulfilled. And so you're just exuding that love because you're loving yourself truly. And then you can shine that light to everyone and everything in your life and people know to trust you and that you're not expecting anything in return, that you're just a bright force and positive thing in someone's life, and that's what you are. You're not wanting anything from it, and they trust you and you trust you. So let me know if you agree with that or what your thoughts are on that one. All right, today I'm talking about inner and outer game. So what does that mean exactly? So what that means to me is, are your goals matching your desires? What you say you're wanting from within, is that matching your goals, what you're actually doing, the actions that you're taking every day? It's really important that we don't set goals based on what other people want us to do, based on what culture thinks we should be doing, based on what we're supposed to be doing the next step in our life. If we're creating goals from that place, what do you think is going to happen? We're not going to want to do it. We're not going to give a shit. We're going to be like, what? I don't even really want that. And then you're going to like build this resentment and add to these insecurities that we have about ourselves and think negatively. And then that makes you attack others. It makes you have that temper. It really, like, you just become dissatisfied because what you're going after isn't even what you want. And you hear that time and time again, like, especially there's that pressure on us when we go to college or we're leaving high school and stuff like that. Like, our parents are like, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. And you end up going after these things and you wake up 10 years down the road and you're like, what the hell am I doing with my life? I don't even like this, you know? So it's really evaluating that and seeing yourself and pausing and saying, is this really what I want? Because if I'm going after what I want, then that motivation automatically follows, and it allows you to seek your truth, and it allows you to show yourself that love that I was talking about. And you want to check what you want versus what is happening. That's a really good time to reflect and get some feedback. Because sometimes we say we want all these things. Oh, I want to get a promotion at work. But what's happening is you're showing up late to work every day. You're kind of messing around at work. You're scrolling online, like always finding something else to do. So maybe we step back there and like, do I really want a promotion at this job? Do I really want to be going after that? Because what I'm wanting isn't matching what's happening on the outside. So it's that true evaluation there. And you want to get that feedback of where there is that gap. And maybe it is like, oh yeah, I truly do want that, but there's a gap because my actions aren't matching what I'm doing outside. Or, oh wait, let me step back. It's really not what I want deep inside. So that's why there is this gap between what I claim I want and what's actually happening. And I did this a lot in my marriage, especially, I don't know if everybody knows about this, but I'm pretty open with it. But when we first got married, my husband cheated on me. And so I kept saying like, oh, all I want is this happy family. All I want is to be happy in a relationship. All I want is this. And it was stolen from me. I kept saying those things over and over again. But when I realized like I had somebody that was remorseful and wanted forgiveness and wanted to put work and like become this family together, and my wants were right there, but it wasn't matching what was happening. Because what I was doing instead was just holding on to anger and resentment and feeling sorry for myself. And so I had to step back and say, is that really what I want? Is this really what I'm wanting to go after? So you have to do that evaluation there so that you can step forward. Another important piece to this is sometimes we become so goal focused and like oriented by our goals that we don't plan the time to have that inner work for ourselves. We cannot succeed from a burned out place. We cannot keep being creative and have this energy and bringing this aliveness to these goals that we want for ourselves if we are not taking the time to do that internal work. If we're not taking time to step back, relax, enjoy time with our friends, enjoy time with our family, go out and travel, like take time off. Like yesterday, that's what I did for myself. Like, okay, I left this corporate job to start my own business so I wouldn't feel guilty about taking time off work. And I'm a year into it and I hate taking time off work. And so I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is the perfect opportunity. Like, if I want to take a day off to reflect and do things that I need to get done for myself and just have a day, damn it, go do it. Like, what's stopping me? Nothing. Me. That's what was stopping me before too, right? So you got to make that time to have that work for yourself, to take time for yourself and step back from the going, because otherwise our inner and outer game aren't going to match. We're going to be too burned out to go after what we want externally. And the last thing is to really keep this inner and outer game working together, like our inner matching what we're doing for those actions on the outside. You really want to make a practice of connecting to your why, connecting to your motivating factor, connecting to this purpose of why you even want this in the first place. If you don't connect to that, your desires and your goals aren't going to match. Your want and happening are not going to be matching. You're going to have this gap and this imbalance there. So it doesn't have to be every day, but I do this every Monday just to kind of set this Monday as a happy day and something that I'm like looking forward to each Monday instead of like the Monday blues. I reconnect to my why for my big five, like my relationships, my career, my finances, all that stuff that I've talked to you guys about. I can reconnect to that and I write down like, why is that important to me? Sometimes I just meditate on it, like just take 5 minutes of breathing in. Why is this important? What is it about this that's important? Is it me showing up as a loving and supporting spouse, a great mom who is there and providing fun and presence to her daughters? Is that what I'm wanting? Okay, why is that important to me? Oh, well, it's important to me because I want to be connected to the people in my life. I want them to know that I am this force that they can depend on. So that's why it's important to me. I want to be able to provide for my family and show them that it's okay to go after your dreams and have fun and travel and experience the world. That's my why. That's what I reconnect to so that my inner and outer game match. Do you guys have that for yourself? You have a practice like that you sit back and like, why is this important to me? What is motivating me? And it has to be something that like pulls at the heartstrings because otherwise it's not an important and motivating factor for you because it's not connected to you as much. So those are my tips for having that inner and outer game matching, making sure and evaluating that gap that exists between what you want and what is happening so that you know that it's truly what you want and not what other people are wanting for you. Making sure you're dedicating time to each, making sure you're dedicating time to the outside actions that are going to get you towards that goal and achieving it, and also taking time for that inner reflection, taking time to step back, give yourself some time to rest and relax and not always go into sprint. Let me change, try. And the third thing is just reconnecting to that purpose, to that why, that big motivating factor, at least once a week. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. If you enjoyed this content today, please like, comment, or share this video. You know, anybody that could use that message, please feel free to share this with them or send them my way. It is my mission to help people heal those emotional wounds that make us feel so stuck so that we can move forward and have healthy relationships once and for all. And like I said, yes, this is with everyone in our life, but more importantly, with our own mind and our own body. If you are interested in something like that, please put interested in the comments or feel free to direct message me so that we can chat. I will be back tomorrow where I am talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about tomorrow. I am talking about our nourishment menu tomorrow, sorry. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You have a great day. Thank you much for joining. Bye.